All right, happy Saturday, guys. It's your boy Stas here. Got my good old coffee as always. Cheers. I appreciate you all for tuning in as we have 5 stocks to cover. Happy Saturday, by the way. 5 oversold stocks to break down, all of which look pretty good on the charts. So we have to break down entry exit points, what I'm looking to do, and talk about overall why I like these stocks right now. So guys, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join my Patreon if you want to keep up with my actual portfolio updates, my trades, investments, my chart ideas, and if you want to be a part of my private Discord, all of that's linked down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stassurfest.com/Patreon. And now, cheers again. Let's dive into it. So let me clear my throat actually. First of all, what a week we just had in the stock market, man. All-time highs yet again on all the indices pretty much. I think all of them hit all-time highs, whether it was yesterday or on Thursday, and we're just rocking and rolling, right? The S&P hit, looking at SPY, 758 yesterday. The Qs hit, let me see here, guys, about 741. And it's funny because we were talking about 700 on the Qs a couple of weeks ago, right? Now we could easily talk about 800, right? 800 could be in the cards maybe at some point later this year by the looks of it, right? I don't know for sure, obviously, guys, but the Qs hit highs, SPY hit highs, the Dow, you guessed it, also hit all-time highs, and the Russell is pretty much right there, 2942. I think we hit that on Thursday, so we're looking phenomenal across the board. And believe it or not, despite us hitting all-time highs, we do have a lot of stocks that aren't really keeping up with the market, but the setups look pretty good, right? We're seeing a lot of these stocks, all these stocks that we're going to cover today. They look great on the charts, and they're lagging the market a bit, but I don't think that's going to be the case for long. So let's just dive right into it with stock number 1. It's Airbnb, ticker ABNB, and heading into this, summer season where typically travel obviously goes up, right? That's kind of how it goes in the May, June, July, August months, even though airfare is a little bit expensive, right? You guys know Americans, man. We're still going to travel. We love consuming, and we love staying in nice hotels and Airbnbs. And guys, Airbnb, their chart setup right now, heading into the summer, into the busy season, it looks very good in my opinion. You can see here, over the last couple of weeks, we've seen a nice healthy pullback, all while maintaining an uptrend. We hit about 145, 150 earlier in May, end of April as well. And now if you guys take a look at the handy dandy channel tool I'm about to pull out, clearly, we're at the bottom of this channel, maintaining the uptrend. In fact, buyers are already coming in here over the last couple of weeks. You see it on the 30-minute, on the 1-hour chart, right? This looks great, and we're not yet getting the confirmation of a pop, of a breakout quite yet, but I think that's coming potentially this upcoming week on Airbnb. And I think once we take out 130... I would say 136 to 7. Let's set an alert at 136 for now. Let me get some coffee, guys. Holy moly. I've had this little tickle in my throat. It's like I have, a piece of pepper stuck in my throat or something, man. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to set my alert at 136 if we're able to get out of there, which I think we will, heading into this, but the summer season. This stock could end up ripping back to 140, 45, maybe to 150, right? So I love the way the chart looks. We're more oversold than overbought, obviously, which is why it's in this video. So Airbnb, ticker ABNB, definitely at the top of my watch list here moving forward. Same with McDonald's, which McDonald's, guys, look, It's obviously a stock that ran up a ton into March, right around, when the conflict in Iran started. That stock was really hot, right? And since that point, we've seen a rotation out of the safer names like McDonald's, a bunch of these other defensive, quote-unquote, safe stocks. Now it's down from 340 to 280. McDonald's is down almost 20%. And guys, to me, whenever I see a stock, a blue chip stock like McDonald's, go down 20%, all while holding, the long-term trend, I love seeing that. For me, it's usually a buying opportunity. And I made a nice trade on McDonald's last time it saw a dip like this, about almost 2 years ago. At this point, about 22 months ago, I bought McDonald's on this dip right here, and we rode it from 250 all the way to 300, locked in profits. And, I haven't been in it since until now. I'm not in it yet, but I'm very close to adding into McDonald's again here. As again, the long-term chart looks great. Buyers are coming in slowly, it seems like. On the shorter time frames, all we have to do now is wait for the official breakout, which I think comes anywhere from 280 to 285, and this should no problem be a $300 plus stock again. I could see it within the next 3, 6 to 9 months. No doubt about it. And it is a stock that will get money rotated back into it. McDonald's is not one of these stocks that is going to crash, in my opinion, 40, 50%. It's one of those names that typically every time it drops 15, 20, 25%, buyers come in. It's a great dividend stock, solid blue chip company, low beta. It's just a great stock to own. So I'm looking at it. I like the charts here, guys, and overall where it's at fundamentally. Same with Walmart. I think Walmart, it's getting a bit oversold here. We're down to about 115 a share, which, look, we were talking a couple months ago about Walmart. It got too hot. We clearly got rotation out of Walmart, out of McDonald's, and now at this point, I think money's going to start coming back in. Not next week, not tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's Sunday, but I'm not guaranteeing this, in the next couple of days, but over the coming weeks, months, I think Walmart does slowly start to climb back up here. And look, the 1-year chart looks phenomenal. We're maintaining that 180 SMA as support. 3-year chart looks great. 50 SMAs holding. So when it comes to rock solid, strong blue chip stocks, McDonald's and Walmart, I know they're boring. I know they're not. These AI infrastructure plays, memory stocks, but these look great. When you zoom out a bit, and you got to realize, out of blue chip stocks, man, out of all the blue chip stocks, these are some of the strongest with the longest track record, right? Proven track record with great management teams. They're well-ran businesses. So, guys, I'm looking at McDonald's, I'm looking at Walmart, and I'm seeing dollar signs, right? Especially for a longer term hold. Even as a 3, 6, 9 month swing trade, but definitely as a longer term position as well. But these are all meant for trades, guys, all these stocks that we're talking about. And the next one here is Rivian. And by the way, guys, hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Make sure to subscribe. I appreciate you all for tuning in as always. RIVM is also one that I'm eyeing up here, as clearly it's finding support. It bounced off 12.30, 12.75 to $13. That's a great sign. Now we're starting to see this thing move back over the moving averages, and it doesn't look super oversold, I guess, on the RSI on the RSI on this time frame. But when you pull the layers back a little bit, you realize, okay, Rivian is pretty beaten up. The chart setup looks great for a move back to 20, in my opinion. So we just have to wait for the confirmation on Rivian. It's one of those stocks that moves, and when it moves, it moves fast, right? So I'm thinking if Rivian can take out $17, $17.50, $18 cleanly, this thing could really start to take off, towards 20, 22 again. So even though it's not as oversold in the short term as some of these stocks, it's still down a lot from recent highs, and we're starting to get momentum, volumes kicking up. We're breaking through moving averages, breaking through trends. I love it. And last but not least here, guys, Affirm, ticker AFRM. Let's pull this one up. We have a clear cup and handle on Affirm. You can see here it's actually starting to play out a little bit. And just like Rivian, this one's not as oversold on the RSI as some other ones, but clearly this one's setting up for a move. towards 85, 90 bucks in my opinion, right? We got very beaten up, and honestly, we should have covered this stock a couple weeks ago, but hey, better late than never, right? We got to 42, saw some nice consolidation recently in the mid 60s. Now again, we're starting to break through here. Cup and handles playing out. We're taking out 70. We're at 73 right now. I think this could play out beautifully up to about 80, 85 a share in the short term. And ultimately, I think it could go back to 90, 92 bucks a share, which is where we were back in, when was that? That was at the end of last year, right? Yeah, September last year. So I love the way Affirm's shaping up. It's just now starting to break out, and it's still very beaten up in the grand scheme of things, especially when you pull up the max chart, guys. This stock was almost 200 bucks a share back in 2021, and who knows, maybe it gets there again, but in the short term, I'm eyeing up a move to the low mid 80s. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Make sure, again, to subscribe and check out my Patreon for my actual portfolio updates, my trades, investments. If you want to be a part of my private Discord, all that's linked down below, pinned in the comments, or guys, go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.